Right now, a tough loss in Tampa wraps up the Badgers football season. We're live in Florida following the defeat in the WISC Bowl.
Tracking a quiet start to 2024, but how long does it last?
And we're following a massive earthquake that shook western Japan, forcing evacuations with the warning of tsunamis. A closer look at the impact. You're watching News 3 Now at 5. It was a game that came down to the wire for the Wisconsin Badgers this afternoon. They battled to the end, but ultimately fell just short against the LSU Tigers, 35-31 in the WISC Bowl down in Tampa. It was a game, had plenty of big plays, lots of scoring, and an exciting finish, just not for the Badgers.
News 3 Now has been bringing you the coverage the past few days from Florida, and that's where we find sports director Zach Hanley, who's live there now. Zach?
Hey guys, yeah, all off season and all season long, the focus for this team has been starting fast and finishing strong. The starting fast part Wisconsin had against LSU. The finishing, that was a little different story. We picked this one up in the fourth quarter. Badgers up 31-28, excuse me. Then the Tigers went on a massive drive. 8 plays, 98 yards, capped off by a Garrett Nussmeier touchdown with Brian Thompson Jr. The 4-yard score was the game winner. Wisconsin falls 35-31 and finishes a roller coaster of a year, 7-6.
Talk about the ups, the downs. It's the twists and the turns that, I think make it the most difficult thing. I've said it. This has probably been the most difficult stretch of, 2.5, 3 months that I've, had in coaching.
This program's in good hands. I know a lot of people on social media and stuff drag Coach Fick and, the production that he's had, but I think he's legit.
Jake Renfro echoing those comments, saying after the game, quote, "You're going to see a different Wisconsin football team next year." And for this program, that starts January 14th with winter workouts. Live at Raymond James Stadium, Zach Hanley, News 3 Sports.
Zach, thank you. Despite the tough loss, Badgers fans still enjoyed themselves at watch parties all across the area. We checked in with some of the faithful at Silver Eagle in Monona. We talked with them, and while the Badgers were winning, so the spirits are pretty high at the time. One fan says the cool thing about bowl games is the opportunity to travel and see new places and teams that normally aren't on the schedule.
It presents opportunities for our team to play, teams that we normally or usually wouldn't play during the season. And, the different location and destinations that our Badger fans get to travel to makes it pretty cool as well.
It'll be quite some time before we see the Badgers again. Their next game, August 31st at Camp Randall against Western Michigan. A quiet start to the new year around southern Wisconsin and cooler temperatures today, something that's set to continue over the next few days.
That's right. Meteorologist Alex Harrington out on the weather patio tonight and joins us with a peek at his first warn forecast. Alex?
Yeah, Eric and Jalen, cold. It's seasonably cold out here on the patio right now. Not too bad, not polar-like temperatures on the patio, but temperatures in the 20s out there right now. We got 26 in Madison, 28 in Janesville, 26 to the west in Lone Rock. Zooming on in here, let's see how popular 26 is. Well, not as popular as maybe 27 is in Middleton, Verona, and in Oregon. Temperatures, as you mentioned, they're going to be seasonably cool, if not just a little bit above normal over the course of the first start of 2024. But we're tracking something else. This has been we were first to warn about this actually over the weekend. Weather models are still consistent. Our longer-term weather models showing that a winter storm may be on the horizon for much of the Midwest. It could be a pretty strong one, and consistency enough in the weather models that we're thinking that we could be looking at some snow, perhaps with some wind, and this would be the January 8th, 9th, possibly lasting into the morning hours of January 10th. I know that's quite a bit a ways out there. Weather models can change their track, the strength over the course of 7 days, but fairly confident in what we've been seeing here with our weather models the past couple of days. So we'll definitely be keeping an eye on that, and for sure be tuning into our live broadcasts, channel3000.com, and the First Warn weather app on that potential storm system out there. So coming up in Maine weather, actually what we'll end up doing is we'll show you a possible outcome of what that winter storm will look like, and we'll track these chilly temperatures and do, how about a tour of viewer photos? That's coming up.
Alex, thank you. Madison police arrest a 32-year-old woman for a stabbing last night near the Willie Street Co-op. Officers were called to a home on Jennifer Street near that store, and they encountered what they say was a chaotic scene. Found a 43-year-old man injured. He was taken to the hospital, is expected to survive. The woman arrested faces various charges, including first-degree recklessly endangering safety. Last night, New Year's Eve, a night, of course, known for celebration, which for many includes drinking.
It came as many local agencies have been pushing for a Drive Sober campaign on local roads. Will Keneally shares more on what those conditions looked like last night.
Well, for many folks, it was a nice long weekend with the holiday landing on a Monday today. And while we don't have exact numbers on traffic stops from over the weekend yet, the Wisconsin State Patrol says that they can have an impact on what they see on the roads.
Traffic is a little bit heavier on the holiday weekends. New Year's is no exception to that. There's always quite a few more people out for the evenings, especially if it falls on a day that's for making for a long weekend like it was this year from Sunday into Monday.
Now, while there was a little bit of snow on the ground over the weekend, the State Patrol says that the plows made quick work of it and kept those roads clear.
Will, thank you. In Middleton this morning marked the return of Fleet Feet's New Year's Day Dash, a timed 5-mile run. Your New Year's resolution may have included some fitness goals, so no time was wasted here for participants to get active this morning. It ended at Kiva Sports Center, where runners could enjoy hot beverages and prizes. We checked in with some runners about what their New Year's resolutions are.
I do, yeah, to work out and just to stay in shape, and that was last year's, and that's my resolution this year also.
I want to really, I'm starved for community and connection, and I want to really invest in connecting with my community.
I don't make New Year's resolutions. That's my resolution, is not to make one, but I have goals.
Participants could choose to walk 2 miles instead of competing in the 5-mile run. SSM Health St. Mary's Hospital here in Madison celebrating its first baby of 2024.
Just after midnight, the Kirsting family of Oregon welcomed their son Alexander to the world. Alexander weighs 9 pounds and 7 ounces and measured in at 21.5 inches long. His parents, Leanna and Luke, say they're thrilled to take him home.
We kind of guessed it was either going to be New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. We weren't sure which, but yeah, kind of a wild ride. But we're happy to be done with it and have him in our arms.
Alexander's official time of birth of his birth certificate was 12:02. With the new year marks the beginning of new laws.
And nearly half of the states raised their minimum wage, and several states enacted new gun restrictions. Christiane Benavides breaks it down.
New laws in the new year served up pay raises for about 10 million Americans, many working in food services and childcare. 22 states passed laws raising the minimum wage.
That will help me with my son. He's about to graduate from high school. He wants to go to college now.
In California, it's now illegal to carry a gun in most public places, even with a concealed carry permit. It's one of several states with new gun regulations.
Nothing about a red flag law interferes with your right to the Second Amendment.
While Minnesota passed a new red flag law allowing guns to be taken from people deemed an imminent threat, and Illinois banned semi-automatic rifles and high-capacity magazines. Other laws focus on hot-button issues like gender-affirming care.
Children are not mature enough to drive. They're not mature enough to buy alcohol or cigarettes or to get a tattoo. Why in the world would we allow them to remove perfectly healthy reproductive organs?
Idaho, Louisiana, and West Virginia have blocked minors from access to puberty blockers and hormone therapy. Here in Florida, it's already a law for drivers to move over a lane for stopped emergency vehicles. But now the move over law will apply when any vehicle is on the side of the road with its hazards on. And a warning for porch pirates. Anyone caught stealing packages left outside in Pennsylvania could now face felony charges. Christiane Benavides, CBS News, Miami.
Many stayed out late last night to celebrate the new year. Others stayed out late to clean up the mess, and that was the case, of course, in New York City. More than 180 sanitation workers from NYC's Department of Sanitation picked up approximately 100,000 pounds of litter, confetti, and party hats after the clock struck midnight at Times Square. A powerful 7.6 magnitude earthquake rocked western Japan. That was early this morning, damaging buildings, leaving residents without power there. The earthquake and more than a dozen smaller ones jolted Japan just hours into the new year. People in stores, offices, and subways all felt the impact, which collapsed houses, cracked roadways, and disrupted electricity.
Suddenly, it get pretty strong earthquake, and the car is shaking. And so everybody was panicked that time.
The quakes caused a large fire in one city and prompted authorities to issue a major tsunami warning that was later downgraded, but still posed a threat. Officials warned evacuated coastal area residents to stay away amid fears of waves of up to 10 feet high. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has kicked off 2024 with a dire warning to the U.S.
It could be one of the first of many such news-making headlines coming from the leader as Americans prepare to go to the polls this year to choose a president. Natalie Brand shares the details.
North Korean leader Kim Jong-un rang in the new year with a rally, hours after threatening to thoroughly annihilate the U.S. and South Korea if provoked. During a meeting to set state goals for the new year, Kim vowed to launch 3 additional military spy satellites, produce more nuclear material, and introduce attack drones in 2024. North Korea test-fired its most advanced ballistic missile on December 18th that exhibited range to hit anywhere in the U.S., according to Japan and South Korea.
Kim suggested he'll intensify weapons tests ahead of the U.S. presidential election. Experts say it could be an attempt to increase his leverage.
Analysts on the region say Kim views the testing as a way to get more concessions from the U.S. if former President Donald Trump is reelected. Kim and Trump met for face-to-face negotiations in 2018 in an attempt to denuclearize the peninsula, but the talks fell apart. Since 2022, North Korea has conducted more than 100 missile tests, prompting the U.S. and South Korea to expand their joint military drills. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
More stories to come at 5. Many Americans are cutting off alcohol this month.
Straight ahead, the health benefits and tips on how to succeed with a dry January. Stay with us.
We can't help what you do before you go to bed, but we can make sure the sleep is solid once you finally get there. And during the 4-day New Year's super sale at Denver Mattress, the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Or purchase a Tempur-Pedic and get a $300 gift. Save up to $200 on our Denver Mattress brand lineup, plus 6 years no interest financing and free shipping. Here's to 365 nights of better sleep. Happy New Year from Denver Mattress.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
Not only does it change you on the outside, but something in the inside, knowing that you're looking better.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes, and as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real, it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And I did this to my father. We were at home. So we applied it to his under eye bags. And let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view. And now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. He calls me every single month saying, "Hey, Annette, I'm out of Plexiderm, please send me more." And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. The way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
This new year is the best time to try Plexiderm at our startup price of only $14.95. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Coming up on News 3 Now, Will Keneally sits down with local law enforcement to get the post-New Year's report on safety and sobriety during the celebration. Then live from Florida, our sports director is wrapping up all the action from the intense July Quest Bowl tonight at 6.
From damaging drought to catastrophic flooding and severe storms in every season, the News 3 Now First Warn Weather Team gives you a deeper understanding of Wisconsin's ever-changing weather with special reports that go beyond the barometer. Only on News 3 Now. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Insulin is becoming more affordable for millions of diabetics. Starting today, Sanofi Lantus will be capped at $35 a month for many patients. That is the most widely prescribed insulin in the U.S. In 2023, the nation's two other major insulin manufacturers, Novo Nordisk and Eli Lilly, also reduced their insulin prices. About 8.5 million Americans rely on insulin to survive. As many as 25% of patients haven't been able to afford their medicine. Many people try to cut back on their alcohol consumption after the holidays.
But dry January, as it's known, isn't always easy. Michael George now with some tips on how to succeed and improve your health.
New Yorker Jalal Talib gave up alcohol for a month and noticed some big improvements.
Sleep has gotten much deeper and better. I feel stronger physically and mentally.
After the excesses of the holidays, many Americans consider going cold turkey for the entire month of January. But it can be daunting.
I feel like I sleep a lot better when I don't drink, so I'm interested in trying.
Alcohol use and abuse rose sharply during the pandemic. But a survey from the American Psychiatric Association found about a third of Americans say they're drinking less over the last 3 years.
I think one of the biggest benefits of dry January is it gives all of us a chance to re-examine our relationship with alcohol.
Cutting back can be good for everything from heart health, blood pressure, and liver function to improved sleep, mental clarity, and mood. Dr. Jeremy Kidd says many find it tough to go the whole month without drinking, but there are some things you can do to succeed.
Setting short-term achievable goals, so sometimes taking that week by week rather than an entire month.
He also suggests using the buddy system and talking to a therapist if you need extra support. Talib says after finding he could part with alcohol temporarily, he decided to give it up for good.
Everything is great in moderation, but with alcohol in specific, if you stop it for a little, it'll make a big difference in your life.
A small step that could lead to some big life changes. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
CDC is warning respiratory illnesses are on the rise. The week before Christmas, more than 29,000 people were hospitalized with COVID. Another 15,000 were admitted for flu and thousands more with RSV. Wastewater analyses show more COVID-19 in the environment than this time a year ago. One reason that respiratory illnesses are up may be vaccination uptake is low this season. Experts recommend vaccinations and masks to help prevent getting sick. A look now at your First Warn forecast. Here's meteorologist Alex Harrington. Alex?
Yeah, Eric, starting off 2024 on a quiet and cool note. That's why we've got the purple shades here. Staying dry for the most part, too. Maybe some flurries Tuesday and Wednesday. No biggie. But the First Warn weather team, we were first to warn this weekend. We're still tracking the possibility of a winter storm January 8th, 9th, and 10th. We'll give you a projection on what that looks like here in just a moment. Those clouds were struggling to clear out today, and they're still going to struggle to clear out as we go on into the overnight. We may see a peak or two of the moon as we go between midnight and 7 a.m. with temperatures pretty steady in the middle 20s. But then as we get into your Tuesday, high temperatures up around 35 degrees with a peak or two of sun. Our future track model here doing a great job holding on to the clouds. That's all this white that you see here, with temperatures starting off around 25, maybe a peak or two of sun on your Tuesday, but it will be mild with high temperatures in the lower to middle 30s. 25, 26, common numbers for low temperatures tonight, and then your high temperatures on your Tuesday, 35 degrees. Again, on and off sun, but probably more in the way of clouds on your Tuesday. The temperature trend here, this blue line, that's normal. 28 is a normal high for today. 27 will be the normal high when we get out to the 10th and the 11th of January. Notice these bars are pretty much all above normal here. But folks, snow. We haven't had much of it here. I'll step out of the way here just a little bit. Just little snow, people, this year. All we've had is a little over 6 inches of snow. Last year to date, we had over 20 inches of snow by this time, and normal for this time of year is right around 15, 16 inches of snow. But we could be adding to that snow, and quite a bit of it potentially. We're first to warn here, winter storm potentially 7 days out. Our weather models We look for consistency between them, day to day, run to run, and they are staying consistent at showing a strong storm on that the 8th, 9th, and the 10th. So this will be Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. Confident enough here in the First Warn Weather Team that we want to let you know about the possibility. Could be looking at some snow and some breezy conditions. Here's one weather model projection of what it could look like as we go January 8th. This would be January 9th, Tuesday, January 9th, then going on into the nighttime hours of January 9th and into the 10th, the weather system moves off towards the east, and temperatures could be colder behind this weather system. We'll be tracking that too. All right, starting off 2024, kind of the recap here. Relatively mild for this time of year. Maybe a flurry or two, or could be a little freezing drizzle Tuesday night, folks. But then as we carry out through the rest of our 10-day forecast here, there's that weather system that we're tracking Monday going into Tuesday. Definitely tune in to our live broadcast, channel3000.com, and the First Warn Weather app will be keeping you up to date on that storm. Again, any changes in strength or track could alter the snow amounts that we could potentially see here in southern Wisconsin. No snow in Monticello, just a quick peek of sun before the fog turned into consistent clouds. Thanks, Paula, for sending us that weather photo. And cloudy in Oregon, a little bit of snow out there. Here, I think it's at one of the dog parks in Oregon. Thanks, Dana, for sending us that weather photo. Super easy to do. All you got to do if you have your tablet or your laptop right in front of you, or even your phone, go to channel3000.com/weather, click that post your own button. If you have the First Warn Weather app, click the more button and submit. And I think we have a couple of other weather photos to show here. David showing this picture here from Janesville. Hey, there's Dana's picture from Oregon, and John here showing the moon setting in Fitchburg just a couple of days ago. Frosty start here, folks. It's so easy to do. Just channel3000.com. There we see the frosty start there, and Bruce up in Fall River showing us a pretty sunrise sunset. Thanks, Pat, for that sunrise sunset picture. You know, folks, I go to school for weather. I'm here to report the weather, rain or shine, but this is the best part for me, is to be able to show you these weather photos. Thanks, Peggy, for that photo too.
Alex, thank you. Still ahead at 6. Ring in the new year. How about with a Powerball win? It's jackpot continuing to grow. Now an estimated $810 million. If you don't have a ticket for tonight's drawing, there's still time. That story just ahead.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Do more together this holiday in the Chevy that's right for you. The award-winning Chevy Equinox, the hard-working Chevy Silverado, or the all-new high-tech Chevy Trax. Whatever your plans are this season, do more in a new Chevy. Or qualified lessees can get this Equinox for around $269 a month. Or get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Equinox models.
We went to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison last night.
I don't really get how the jackpots work.
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison actually has had multiple million-dollar winners.
There are linked progressive slot machines at the same casino where local players increase the jackpot amount.
And a standalone progressive jackpot increases when a player plays on an individual machine that isn't linked to any other machines. Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. More ways to win. Find your perfect jackpot.
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Steinhaffel's New Year's sale starts now. Ring in the new year with the latest styles for every room in the house. Save up to $800 on living room, dining room, bedroom, and mattresses. And with Steinhaffel's 60-month financing, your new room just got more affordable. But don't wait, because these deals won't last long. The New Year's sale at Steinhaffel's. Shop in-store or online at steinhaffels.com. Relax, it's Steinhaffel's.
The bag is back at Menards. Get 15% off everything you can fit in the bag, from household items and pet toys to power tools and even your favorite snacks. Get 15% off everything you can fit in the bag. This deal won't last long. Hurry in to get your bag and see how much you can save. Sale ends January 14th.
Save big money at Menards.
Thousands of our heroes face the difficult choice between keeping their heat and power on or facing homelessness. 21,000 Wisconsin veterans are living below the poverty line, many impacted by physical or mental health challenges. Wisconsin loses 3 veterans to suicide every week. Together, our mission is to provide all struggling Wisconsin veterans with a critical survival safety net that keeps them safely in their homes. You can make a real difference by providing a donation to the Wisconsin Heat and Housing for Heroes initiative, with 95 cents of every dollar donated going directly to those right here in your community. Help by visiting www.heatforheroes.org or by calling 1-800-891-9276. That's 800-891-9276.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Somebody may start out their 2024 as a multi-millionaire. There will be another Powerball drawing in less than 5 hours now, this time for an estimated $810 million. And there's still time to get a ticket. You have to buy one by 9 p.m. ahead of the 9:59 p.m. drawing tonight Central Time. A ticket costs $2 per play. And although your odds are very small, you can't win if you don't play. New Year's is a time for celebrations, and one Marvel actor has a particular reason to celebrate this January 1st.
Yeah, I'm a big movie guy, so I'm looking forward to this. David Daniel has that and more in today's Hollywood Minute.
It's a lot, really.
It's been 1 year since Jeremy Renner was nearly killed in a freak accident near his Nevada home. After 12 months of surgeries, therapy, and healing, he's marking the anniversary with a new musical diary. On Instagram, Renner called the album a story of life, death, recovery, all things learned along the way. Wait is due out today.
I've never been presumptuous about dreams.
Taylor Swift ended the year by setting one more record, most weeks by a solo artist at #1 on the Billboard 200 album chart. 1989 Taylor's version just gave Swift her 68th week atop the chart, passing Elvis Presley.
I was the only Mormon in the United States Navy that wore a Star of David. Guys, what the hell you got on us? I'm the sheriff of the ship.
Legendary stand-up comedian Shecky Greene has died. His wife tells the Las Vegas Review-Journal Greene died early Sunday at his home in that city. Greene was a Vegas headliner for nearly 60 years, working with everyone from Frank Sinatra to Elvis Presley. He was also a frequent guest on late-night talk shows, guest starred in TV series, and appeared in movies. Shecky Greene was 97. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Disney's copyright protection for an early version of Mickey Mouse is now expired. It's now in the public domain. Anyone can now use the version of Mickey Mouse in Walt Disney's 1928 short film, Steamboat Willie. U.S. copyright law, which Congress last updated in 1998, allows a copyright to be held for 95 years. The copyright expiration could mean we will start seeing more of Mickey, but only that 1928 version of the famous mouse. Alex has a final check of your first one forecast when we return.
Cobeson Buses, now hiring.
I'm Dina Noland. I drive for Cobeson Buses. Working with Cobeson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. First day of school for my son, the fact that I get to bring him there and I can just park my bus right on the side and walk in. They don't mind that. They want you to be there for your family.
I've always enjoyed working with kids. The opportunity to transport them in a bus, I enjoy doing it.
Visit Cobeson.com to apply.
Welcome to Toyotathon.
Hi, I want a new Toyota for a weekend getaway, recharge from the holidays.
Perfect. We've got new vehicles arriving daily.
Excuse me. I have got a truckload of new Toyotas out front. A truckload of new Toyotas?
Yes.
Come on, man. I want one.
Something I said?
Yes.
Right now, you can get 3.99% APR financing plus $1,000 cash back on a new Tacoma when you finance through Toyota Financial Services.
Toyotathon ends January 2nd.
Toyota, let's go places.
I'm Jonathan Lawson, here to tell you about life insurance through the Colonial Penn program. If you're age 50 to 85 and looking to buy life insurance on a fixed budget, remember the 3 Ps.
The 3 what?
The 3 Ps.
What are the 3 Ps?
The 3 Ps of life insurance on a fixed budget are price, price, and price. A price you can afford, a price that can't increase, and a price that fits your budget.
I'm 54 and was a smoker, but quit. What's my price?
You can get coverage for $9.95 a month.
I'm 65, retired, and take medications. What's my price?
Also $9.95 a month.
I just turned 80 and I'm on a fixed income. What's my price?
$9.95 a month for you too. If you're age 50 to 85, call now about the #1 most popular whole life insurance plan available through the Colonial Penn program. Options start at $9.95 a month. That's less than 35 cents a day. You cannot be turned down because of your health. No medical exam, no health questions. Your acceptance is guaranteed. And this plan has a guaranteed lifetime rate lock, so your rate can never go up for any reason. Options start at $9.95 a month. Plus, you get a 30-day money-back guarantee. So call now for free information, and you'll also get this free beneficiary planner. Use this valuable guide to record your important information and give helpful direction to your loved ones with your final wishes. And it's yours free, just for calling. So call now for free information.
Call 1-800-914-3131 for your free information and your free gift. That's 1-800-914-3131. There's no risk or obligation. 1-800-914-3131. Call now.
Alex is back. One final check of the forecast.
Yeah, quiet start to 2024. Let's take a look at the low temperatures tonight. 25 degrees, 26, not too bad. Look at that, high temperatures in the middle 30s for your Tuesday. That's not bad way to start off 2024. But again, heads up, 7 days out, our weather models are still consistently showing the potential for a strong storm in the Midwest. Could be looking at snow and some breezy conditions with this weather system, so we'll be keeping an eye on it. Definitely something to tune in for this week as we track that storm day by day. Temperatures, though, overall staying pretty mild for this time of year. It's really just that biggie storm next week that we're keeping an eye on.
I can handle the snow. I don't want the 20 below zero stuff.
Hopefully that doesn't happen.
I can handle the snow leading up to Christmas. After, I'm kind of
don't need it anymore. We're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6.